While the world is hit by climate change and food insecurity, crops that can cope with this diversity are required. As a solution to this food pandemic is being sought, Planet Earth surprises us with this magnificent, beautiful dragon fruit which grows in all climatic conditions.
Now, the beautiful thing about the dragon fruit is that it grows in an array of ecological zones, from very hot to cold. Now, the difference comes in the time that it takes for this fruit to be able to mature. Because you'll find, like, I had a farmer who bought seedlings from us. Within 8 months, they were already getting fruit. Then you'll find us, we're in a cooler place, we start getting our fruit from 1 year to 1.5 years. So it doesn't mean that you'll not get fruit, but you'll also get fruit. It will take a little bit longer, but you'll still get fruit.
Dragon fruit is also known as pitaya. Pitaya, or the strawberry pears, is in the family of the cactus shrub. Its growth originated from Central America, South America, Mexico, and now is currently grown in most parts of the world.
Now, the reason why we chose the dragon fruit is because, first of all, it's in the family of the cactus plant, and by that we're coming to a time when there are issues about climate change, and one of the issues is about water availability for your crops. We are no longer farming the way we used to because water has become a scarce commodity. So in that case, it being a cactus, it does not require as much water as probably you'd say your maize or your beans.
It prefers tropical and subtropical regions and mostly favors pastoralists because it does well in arid and semi-arid areas. If they adopt it, they will have another source of food and income.
We got our first seedlings from a gentleman in Meru. He's called Anthony Kinoti. He's among the pioneers of the dragon fruit.
Mr. Anthony Kinoti Mugambe, also referred to as King of Dragon Fruit, is an agribusiness entrepreneur and owner of Gravity, a 5-acre farm in Meru County. He is the pioneer and a successful dragon fruit farmer in Kenya. He has introduced other farmers in micro, small and medium enterprises in the agribusiness sector into dragon fruit farming. Dragon fruit farmers in Kenya formed the Dragon Fruit Farmers Network, which trains and sells seedlings and cuttings to new farmers, sources for local and international market for the dragon fruit, and also updates network members on new trends of dragon fruit farming. Dragons are one of the most expensive fruits and could earn you incredible income, especially in these hard economic times. 3 types of dragon species are grown in Kenya: Pitaya blanca, the pink-skinned fruit; Pitaya roja, the red flesh fruit; and Pitaya amarilla, the yellow-skinned fruit.
The reason why we chose these 3 varieties is because of the demand in the market. Ideally, there are over 50 varieties of dragon fruits in the market. But in terms of the market acceptability, these ones are the ones which, first of all, either mature fast, they are tasty, and also readily available and grow equally fast. Once you grow your crop up until a certain maturity level, about 8 months, you can now let the plant have lateral shoots, which will then harvest and propagate for you to get your cuttings. So then after that, you can root them and use that to multiply your plantation.
Hapa ni kwa nasari yetu hapa Little Zozi Farm, na hizi ni seedlings zenye tumegerminate from a seed. Hizi ni seedlings za dragon fruit parola. Hiyo the outer part inakuanga yellow and the inner part inakuanga white.
The plant can grow in any soil that is well draining and requires a lot of heat and humidity. The dragon plant can be propagated from its seeds or cuttings. The demand of the dragon fruit farming is gradually increasing in local and international market. It has attracted farmers who buy dragon tree seedlings and cuttings from Mr. Waweru's farm in Mala, Machakos County. Mr. Waweru packages the seedlings in cartons for farmers who are as far as Malindi. For those nearby, he packages them in sacks while others carry them in their cars.
For quite a while, I have been growing fruits on commercial basis, and this is one of the fruits which is not in my farm. So I've decided to go into dragon farming for many reasons. One of them is doesn't require a lot of water. It can be grown almost everywhere. The price of the fruits are good. That is why I've decided to try and see how it will work in my farm. The seedlings in the country goes between 500 and 700.
At the Fruit of Ngong Hills in Kiserian, Kajiado County, Madam Helen owned several dragon farms. She explains why she started dragon farming.
I started in March 2021 during the time of COVID. I was a victim of COVID. So when I was in the house, I used to ask myself, what can I do that is so different from others? And I came up with the dragon fruit. And this is 2 acres. I have other farms of different sizes. My father was a farmer. So I had so much interest in farming.
Dragon farming requires proper farm management and training to get maximum harvest.
We do intercropping. This is to enable me manage my workers, to pay my workers and to pay maybe tokens and all that. We do intercrop with the raw plants that don't overlap the posts because they require a lot of heat. So if you do the crops that are beyond the posts, you realize you'll be killing your dragon fruit. After every 2 months, we do additional manure, though not much, kidogo tu, for it to have something to feed on. If you put manure so close to the plant, it rots. So the manure must be outside. So not anyone who can do, unless I train you. But we learn as we grow them. So what we do, we train them how to remove the suckers. We train them. So basically, I do the training myself.
The spacing for this plant is 2 meters from one tree to another. The tree is a climbing plant and requires support after transplanting the seedlings. A tire or ring is fitted at the top of a pole and the dragon tree branches are hung on it for better productivity. Dragon fruit plant is a large climbing plant that grows tall, thick with tender branches. Dragon trees are easy to maintain for they store water in their trunks. This makes them dry fat resilient in case you forget to water them occasionally. Helen's farm has red soil which dries very fast, so she does drip irrigation. The dragon fruit should not be grown under shades because they need sunlight for better growth. The maturity period is between 8 and 24 months after transplanting and depends on the climatic conditions. Dragon plants can begin flowering from 6 to 8 months, although in some areas they take up to 2 years to bear fruit. Once the plant matures, it's capable of bearing fruits for 20 to 30 years. Regions with high temperatures, 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, produce sweeter fruits, while in wet areas, potassium and boron are put in the soil to make the fruit sweet.
Perception is about the issue of the taste of the fruit from an area which is cooler vis-a-vis from an area which is warmer. So people say fruits from Machakos, Makueni, they are tastier, or Kibwezi, they're tastier because of the weather. Maybe there's a contributing factor, but what we've been able to do here by giving the fruits the proper nutrients, organic nutrients, the likes of calcium, potassium, boron, when fruiting has begun, is that the Brix level, which is the sweetness level of the fruit, is equally good, because from our fruits we've been able to achieve a Brix of about 24.6, which is very high for a fruit grown in a cooler area.
The dragon fruit plants are prone to diseases and pests. The most common pests include scale insects, fruit flies, and mealybugs. When the pest eats the fruit, it rots, which brings low yields. Farmers prevent pests from invading their farm by putting pesticides in fruit fly traps and hang them on the posts. Dragon fruit has become a big project in most parts of Kenya and has attracted researchers.
Dragon fruit is a new fruit in which most of the researchers, or rather the nutritionists, they have found out that it has more cost-benefit analysis, so there are more advantages than the disadvantages. In that, if you look at the nutrition aspect, it has the ability to boost the body immunity and also to kill most of the cancer cells.
The dragon fruit is not only beautiful, but offers most of the nutrients every Kenyan needs in their meals. It's rich in proteins, fiber, vitamins, minerals like magnesium, vitamin A, vitamin C, which boosts your immune system. Dragon fruits have potential to be processed into many products, thus adding value to the fruit. Dragon fruit products include energy and fruit bars, ice cream, jelly, marmalade, juice, yogurt, and smoothies. Madam Lois is a successful farmer who has seen the benefits of dragon fruit farming. Yellow dragon fruit, also known as yellow pitahaya, is the sweetest, more expensive, smaller, sweeter, and juicier than the red-skinned species.
So you look also for a plant which, or crops which are high value as well, because as you know, probably you've seen a kilo right now is about 1,000 bob, or 600 to 1,000 bob thereabout. But you're telling people who are getting into farming, don't get into farming because you've seen the price at 1,000 shillings per kilo. Because the more people come into the space, the supply will increase, and demand probably will also grow as well. And with increased supply, you'll find that also the price point goes down. So go into it first of all knowing whether is this a fruit I can enjoy eating for my own consumption because of its high nutrition value, or is it a fruit that the market wants and the market needs. And once you figure that out, then that makes you have a better informed decision on why you get into dragon fruit farming.
Dragon fruit and trees are very beautiful. Some farmers hang them on their fence and others plant them in their compound for food and beauty. Kenya is faced with high unemployment rates, climate change, food insecurity, and economic hardship. The dragon fruit farming is an answer to some of these challenges, since demand for dragon fruits is higher than supply in Kenya. Every person who can access a piece of land can venture into agribusiness and grow this nutritious food. It's an alternative food and a good source of income in these hard economic times.